When I was very young, no more than 7 or 8 years old, my father told me about a murder that had been committed when he was a young man. It happened in the town adjoining the town where we lived in Ohio. And now, in those days, a murderer was executed and hanged out in broad daylight. Everyone was invited to witness the act and all its gruesome details. Well, it was an eager and anxious crowd, each wanting to be in on that moment of death. And my father managed to work his way up to the front. But when he saw the rope adjusted around the man's neck, he hung his head and turned away and was embarrassed and ashamed the rest of his life that he could have had that much of a hand in the death of another fellow man. Now, my parents were not usual people. They were free thinkers in a valley of rock-ribbed religionists, the only Democrats among Republicans, as far as the eye could see, and, well, the only intellectuals. Why, I remember my mother believed that women should be allowed to vote, and said so as early as 1840. And I remember very well she never protested when my father kept me out late in the hay wagon, because she knew that beneath the hay were slaves that my father was helping to escape from the south to the north, from slavery to freedom along the Underground Railroad. My father, he never worked enough, just odd jobs, a carpenter, a hearse driver, painter. He only worked enough to buy his books. He loved his books. Hebrew, Greek, Latin, metaphysics, religion, the law. He loved his books, and he loved for us to read them. If I became anything at all, I owe it to my father's patience and to his books. Well, and just a little bit of hard work on my own part. I remember when I was 9 years old, my father sent me out on one of the hottest days I can remember to hoe potatoes. I worked there for several hours. I worked hard. Then I ran away from hard work and went into the practice of law. I haven't worked a day since.